Hello Aries, this is going to be your video for September. Sun or moon rising Aries. Okay Aries, this is going to be a month of transformation. Your ruler, Mars, is going into retrograde from the 9th of September till the 13th of November. And when Mars is going retrograde in Aries, you're going to feel it. Mars is the planet of action. It's the planet of motivation. It's our passion. It's what drives us. And when it goes into retrograde, we all feel it. Every single one of us feel it like, oh, okay. A strong sense of drive and passion that I had. It's just, I don't feel it right now. And that's what you would be feeling strongly, Aries, because of that retrograde. Don't be too hard on yourself. This is a time for you to be really gentle, really easy, really compassionate and loving towards yourself. So Mars in Aries retrograde, don't be afraid of it. Rather embrace it. We all got to embrace times when things feel like we are under pressure, but it's part of the journey. And once we make peace with that and make peace with ourselves and be compassionate towards ourselves, we can move along quite nicely. Now, on the 2nd of September, there's going to be a full moon, and the full moon will be happening in your 12th house of basically things of the past. It'll be joining Neptune. So you're going to have to let go of things that have traumatized you, where you feel betrayed, where you feel hurt, where you feel vulnerable, where you feel emotionally triggered. And this means when things come up from the past, sometimes it'll happen in a way in which someone says something to us or something from the past comes into our mind, or things that have happened to us that have hurt us just pop into our mind, or someone says something and that's a trigger. And during that time, you're asked to let go, surrender, and be compassionate to yourself. Forgive yourself. Understand that sometimes we don't know our value. We don't know our worth. We don't know how priceless we are, and we put ourselves in situations that are just not right, or people betray us with us just giving them our full trust. It's now the time to let go. And it's a beautiful thing because that's healing. So this full moon is meant to heal you. It will show you the parts of you that you need to forgive, the parts that you might need to forgive others, and actually let go, surrender. Let the past leave from your subconscious, because that's the 12th house. It's our subconscious energy of things that have happened from long, long, long ago. So let it go. Let it leave, And then on the 6th, Mercury will be moving into your 7th house. And Mercury in the 7th house is how you communicate with others. It's about understanding others, seeing our differences, seeing this is how others are, this is how you are. It's about understanding of yourself when it comes to your relationship with others. And that's basically your month. It's about healing yourself, looking at your relationships in a different way. Mercury rules the mind, and in the way in which we communicate, in the way in which we connect to others. So when we change, the people around us change, because we've created the boundaries. We've set the tone. And when we set the tone, we are able to create a life in which we allow what we want into our lives, what we want into our space, because your space is sacred. So it's a good time to communicate in relationships, to express yourself, to say how you feel, to put your feelings out there. It's a good time for signing contracts, because it's in your house of partnership. So working with others, understanding of others. If you're in a relationship too, it's really a good time to communicate your feelings, what you're thinking, what's in your heart that you can express now with others. And, sometimes talking actually allows us to let go. So that's a beautiful time for you as well. Then on the 9th of September, Mars goes retrograde. Now, Mars going retrograde gives you the time to pick up things from the past that you basically gave up on, or, when it comes to something you were working on, a project, an idea, or maybe before you thought, I should, have healthy boundaries, set the tone for who I want to be, but you just let go and you were like, forgot about it and just went on with life. And now you're actually asked to pick those things up about yourself. It's important for you to acknowledge your health and well-being and actually see how these how your interactions with others take a physical strain on you as a person, because our relationships affect our emotions. And when our emotions are affected, it can drain us. It can literally put us in a state of apathy with no drive or passion. I mean, that's your ruler. Your ruler is responsible for passion. It's responsible for everything that pushes us forward. Without no Aries, we would never be able to move forward. And so a lot of people will look to you for inspiration and motivation. And that's what Aries is for. But when Aries is involved in a lot of things that make them feel deflated and lose a sense of self, because you are meant to take care of yourself. Aries is the first house of the zodiac, looking after the self in order to progress. So don't allow things to kind of, during this retrograde, to wear you down. If things come to a stop, because during Mars retrograde, things can come to a stop. It's a planet of moving forward in action. So when it's retrograding, we might feel like, things stop, it might frustrate you, it might aggravate you. Take a moment, know there's the universe, and now it's just not the time. And when the time is right, you can push forward again. Respect that time of when things are meant to be, they shall be. But it's a good time for picking up things that you kind of disconnected from, ideas that you wanted to implement. You might even meet people from the past. It's a good time. It's a good time to look back, reflect, and work through in order to move forward. So it's a sense of looking back and working through those things in order to move forward. Then on the 17th of September, we're going to have a new moon in your 6th house. This is a time that you're going to have to take care really of your physical well-being. The 6th house houses health. It houses our physical well-being, our mental, our emotional, because all of those things are linked. It's not just one thing, it's everything. Every single thing, mentally, emotionally, and physically, aligns us so that we can be our best selves. You can't be deflated and have apathy and no wanting or passion and want to physically get out of the bed in the morning. So it's all of those things. Take into consideration around the sixth, when this is in your 6th house, that you need to physically take care of yourself, change your routine, change your diet, see how you're eating, what are you doing, who are you interacting with, what is it that you want in your life. It's a good time for work opportunities though to come through. For new things to come through when it comes to business, work opportunities, new ideas, new jobs, all of those things, promotions, that's what it houses as well. Wanting to change your routine for you to feel better during that new moon. Okay? Then on the 23rd, the sun's going to move into your 7th house of relationships. So this is again opportunities for how you relate to others, connecting to relationships, connecting to someone that you're interested in, or they might be interested in you around that time during the 23rd. And also with that, you'll also have Mercury there. So in your 7th house of communication, and also with the sun bringing in that opportunity. Then on the 28th, Mercury will be moving into your 8th house of finances. So you'll be thinking about finances, your ideas, your business. What is it that you've been, wanting to put forward? And remember, Mars will still be in retrograde, so you'll be thinking of things from the past that that you tried to implement. Now you'll have that opportunity to implement. But Mars in retrograde, not a good time to start new things. But things of the past can be completed, which is a good thing. So tasks of the past can be completed during this time. And yes, it's going to be a beautiful month. It's going to be a very transformative month. And remember, the whole essence of this month is the balance between yourself and others. The balance between yourself and others. And letting go and allowing compassion and love and understanding to come into your being, and not only for others but as well as for yourself. So looking at others and having compassion for them and understanding this is where they are at in life, and looking at yourself in life, but this is what I want in life, so this is my path, this is your path. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely September.